Okay, Angel. All right, Angel. All right, we're not ready yet. So before we get started, go ahead and share it onto your page. If you can't see it, just refresh your page and you should be able to see it, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to share it to my locations so our friends can see this interview. All right, you ready for this, Angel?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. You're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, I'm still just getting this straight, and then we'll be all good. So share it on your page and any other places you want to get, to share it with on whatever
Yeah.
page or
I
group. Trying for a live interview. Thanks, everybody. Hey, tell us where you're from. Let us know. Hey, Kristen, where you looking at us from? And Marcia, where you viewing us from? We're going to be starting in a little bit. We're going to get all this technical stuff all set. All right, we're almost done. Then I'm going to recording backup and a backup of the backup, okay? All righty. Thanks everyone for joining in. Marcia, hey there. Hey Anna, thanks for joining us. We're about to get started in a little bit. We're going to get this, get our shares out there. And if you all, while you're waiting, if you want to share this, go ahead and hit the share button, share it to your friends for homeschoolers. Hey Shiva, let your homeschool people know what's happening. Now you can look forward to these interviews coming 3 times a week and featuring homeschool moms all over this country, all over the world, to encouragement, let them know that, hey, we are alive and well and we are getting it done. And if we're not getting it done, then we're going to find out how to best get it done. Right? Right. All right, I'm almost set, Angel.
Okay.
All right, I got that set. I am going to get my recording. Hold on, I'm not going away. I'm going to get my one more place and we'll be all set to go. Hey, girlfriends, welcome. All right, live interview. All right, so we are homeschool moms who have children in the home. So we expect to hear noise. We expect to hear live stuff going on. So at least for me, I still get 5 here. So, all right, I got us going on YouTube. We got it shared. I got to share it to all the places that I need to get it shared to. One more thing, and we'll be all set. All right. Woohoo! Maybe hair look good. All right. Few more minutes. Got my coffee, got my water. I wish I knew how y'all find time to do this. I'm literally giving a spelling test while watching this. You know, mamas, we get it done. We do a little bit here, a little bit homeschooling later in the morning. I ran errands. We just make it happen. It may not be all pretty from day to day, but it's happening. All right, so we're starting the broadcasting on YouTube. Okay, we're almost there, Angel.
Okay.
All right.
I am
All right.
nervously waiting.
It's all right. It's all right. So we are here. Okay, great. And your sound is off on your Facebook, so we won't have any feedback. All right. All right, great. Here we go. You ready, Angel? Yes. All right. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Angela Jordan Perry, and with Girlfriends is Guide to Homeschooling, and my desire is to bring value to the homeschool community and make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers and interested homeschoolers worldwide. And I am tuned up, I'm turned up to bring you today's special guest. We have in the house Angel Batson, homeschool guru. Angel, are you ready to
I'm
make it
ready.
happen? Yes, you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're very good. But let me tell you a little bit about Angel. Angel Batson is a wife of 25 years to a wonderful man and mother of 3, plus an amazing daughter in love. She is in her 8th year of homeschooling and has experienced all forms of education, public, private, and homeschool. She is passionate about helping her children to not only be educated, but to live out their hopes, passions, and dreams. She enjoys all the parts of homeschool, but will admit her favorites are literature, history, arts, and crafts. So, Angel, I have shared just a little bit about you with Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling, all the girlfriends worldwide. So, share us a little bit more about you and how you actually got started in homeschooling.
Well, we have a son who is actually 11 and a half years older than the children that I homeschool. And it was his senior year, and it would be my daughter's kindergarten year. And he just shared that he didn't desire for her to go to public school, that he had seen a lot of things. He proceeded to share some things that, we didn't even know he had been exposed to or had seen. And he just was really worried about her, especially her being a girl, with bullying and girls can be powerful, but we also can be mean. And at the time, she was actually in a Montessori program, and she was 4, and they actually wanted to skip her to 2nd grade because of her reading scores. And I desired for them to bring it to her, and they didn't really want to accommodate me on that. So I had just happened chance looked online, and it was a friend of mine who lives out in California, homeschools. And I had never really thought about homeschooling ever. I had a certain stereotype with homeschool. I was thinking, multiple children, which is nothing wrong with multiple children, but I was thinking more like denim skirts and like the Duggars. And I was just like, that's not me. So I had this stereotype of homeschooling, but my friend who in California who was doing it all this time, she was just doing it so well and so graceful. So I started talking to her, and then I found a local friend of a friend who started talking to me about it. And she asked if her husband could take my husband out for lunch and just share his heart of how they came to homeschool and how much he loves it. So so she took him. I mean, they went out, and he shared his heart with her, but he still wasn't completely convinced. And in my home, I'm not going to do anything if we're not both on one accord with it. I'm not going to. So he wasn't fully on one accord, and I was okay with that. So that entire summer, before she was due to start kindergarten, I researched. I sent him articles. I found, just stuff to kind of speak positive about homeschooling. And, in public school, they have like a meet the teacher day. And so it's like the day before school starts. And he came home and he changed out of his work clothes to like cut the grass. And I was like, sweetie, we need to go to meet the teacher for Ava. And he turns to me like so calmly and says, oh, I got peace about homeschooling. We can do it. This was the day before school was supposed to start.
Wow.
So me and my dramatic self, proceeded to leave the house. Not necessarily mad at him, but just frustrated, kind of not knowing what to do. And I ended up at Ross store. And I was just walking down the aisles, and at the end of one of the end caps was a Learn at Home 1st grade book for like $3.99. And I was just like, is this gold? So I picked up the book and looked through it, and it literally told you what to do for every day for 1st grade. And I was thinking, if she's as advanced as they say she is, she can handle this. And I literally bought that $4.99 book and came home, and the next day we just started. Like, I didn't have any we just started. I found.
And what grade was she, Angel?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten, okay.
Yeah, they had skipped her in that class, but she still stayed in that class, but she just got to do like music and choir, the arts. Before she wasn't doing that because she was just a half day. But so that was their way to provide for her, and I realized that wasn't enough. And I realized he had misgivings. We had seen some homeschoolers and I knew he had misgivings of what he saw as what homeschool. You know, like
Okay.
we all have these stereotypes, and I think,
Sure. Yes.
yeah, I think we needed to kind of kind of eradicate ourselves of that and just make it our homeschool, and not what we
Yeah.
saw other
Yeah.
people do. And I think he had
Right.
that.
Right.
Plus, him coming from parents of educators. His parents are 42 years of principal, 32 years of third and fifth grade teacher. I think that was
Right.
in his head too. Could we really
Okay.
do it and
Okay.
let our kids be successful? So I'll be
Right.
honest with you, I didn't have some of the convictions that people have. It was just literally, if she is as smart as they say she is, I can't mess her up in kindergarten. Let's just bring her
Okay.
home. Let's just bring her home and,
Right.
and try it. Let's just go
Right.
for it. So I
Right.
found,
Right.
the legal ways of doing it. I got an association through another friend that I knew homeschooled, and we just started. Literally, there was no
Gotcha.
big old plan to it. We just I bought a whole bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree and Target, and we just went for it.
And started. That's
Hmm.
simple. So you're homeschooling out of South Carolina, right? This is where you
Yes,
are.
yes, I
You're
am
homeschooling
upstate.
out of South Carolina. So every state has different laws, but in South Carolina, you do, you follow what you do. So let me ask you this. Let's transition for a moment. So in your homeschooling, you just got these books, got started, hadn't had any formal education. Do you have a degree in education?
No, I have, my degree is actually in biblical studies from
Okay,
World
physical
Harvest
studies.
with
So
Pastor
no
Rod. Yeah,
formal.
yeah.
Okay, no formal degree or anything like that. So let me ask you this. So now that you've been homeschooling these 8 years, what benefits do you feel like you have gained or gleaned during this time of homeschooling, Angel? For your
Um,
kids, for you as a family, as a whole?
okay, I would say personally for me first, I would say that I've learned for me that I'm far more capable than what I ever thought I was, capable of. I don't negate people who have gone to school to get their education and are teachers. I think that's wonderful. I'm not saying that I'm better than them, but I do feel like when it comes to my children, I know them better than anyone would. So for me, it's been maybe a self-esteem booster in some ways to
Okay.
be here for the aha moments that I missed out on with my oldest son who went through public school.
Sure.
Watching them learn how to read, or really understanding timetables, or their first big paper. I mean, I've gotten to be here for all of those. So for me, that's been a big, I don't know, aha moment for me as a mom. I guess the other thing, as far as family, we are close. I mean, we have no choice but to be close because we're together all the time. So um, I don't take for granted the time that I have with them, but I would say that one of the things that homeschooling has allowed me to do is for us to, I mean, kind of like be each other's best friends, because we're all here learning together. My husband is off on
Yeah.
Fridays, so he's here too. He's involved with their homeschooling. So for me, I guess the closeness of family, whereas not to negate any other families that are going here and there, we're close. We're
Okay.
kind of we're kind of thick. The other thing
Okay.
I've learned is not to so for me, that's been a big game. And I know my kids'
What did you say?
weaknesses, and
Not
I
to
know,
what?
I was saying that I know my kids' like weaknesses and strengths through homeschooling.
Uh-huh.
I know what they struggle with. I know what they don't struggle with. I've learned their learning styles. I don't think I would have ever known that had they been in public school. Um,
Yeah.
so, I mean, that's basically
Okay.
it. Like it's really
That's
drawn
good.
us together as a family.
Yeah. Do you feel like having homeschool, your children have missed out in anything as far as public school? You hear a lot of people say socially, kids miss out. They miss out in these activities. Have you found that to be the case, Angel, since you've been homeschooling these 8 years?
I think I have moments of like little stuff, but then when I talk like little stuff like, oh, my daughter's not doesn't have a locker, or uh, the pep rallies, I guess, or stuff like that. But she hasn't got necessarily to that period yet. But I guess I do not feel like they're missing out on anything, because when I talk to them about going to public school and the stuff that they're missing out on, they have no desire. They don't have a desire for that. Like, I'll say, hey,
Hmm.
don't you want a locker? And she's like, no. I mean, like, they don't. they don't give me the impression that they're missing on anything. And my kids are socialized. They may not be
Okay.
socialized with kids who are the same age and the same grade year after year, but they socialize with kids who are younger, kids who are their
Yeah.
age, kids who are older.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
my son is in Boy Scouts. He does karate. We have homeschool PE. Our church has children. He plays basketball. My daughter is a competitive dancer, so she gets to travel and dance with kids from all over the world, all races, all
Wow.
ages. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're in a co-op, so they socialize with kids through their co-op. Matter of fact, we used to do 2
Okay.
co-ops a week. So socially, I don't feel like they're missing out on anything. There's prom for homeschool. There's every sport for homeschool. There's orchestra for homeschool. There's band for homeschool. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing. I guess a pep rally, or but she can go with her friends who are in public school to their pep rallies. So I don't feel like
Right.
she's
Right.
either one of them are missing out on anything. And having my oldest go through public school, he has friends to this day that I just love to pieces who can't even look me in my eye and socially have a conversation with me. Whereas my kids could go out right now and talk to the stranger walking his dog. I think that's
Right.
just a
Right.
misconception. I think that's the first thing that people who don't homeschool, that's the first thing they say. Well, what about socialization?
Right.
Well,
Right.
it's
Right.
really a dead topic for me. If you know
Right.
me and you
Right.
know my
It is.
kids.
Yes, 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 yes. That is good. Listen, Angel's putting it out there. We're going to dive a little bit more deeper on some questions here. So if you all would just take a moment and hit the share button down below, share it to your friends. You just never know what homeschool families that might be out there that are, a mom needs encouragement, dads need some encouragement to say, I can do this, or who might be considering homeschooling. Share it out to your page, and so that they can hear that it's possible and what it looks like. Okay, for all of us, it's going to look different. So, Angel, let's dive a little bit deeper here. Now, you said your husband worked. Do you work outside of the home
I
or
do
in
not.
the home for pay? So you all are a one income family,
We
correct?
are. We are.
Yeah. So talk to that dynamic too. Is homeschooling worth it when really nowadays it really take, 2 incomes to really make it in life. And so as a one income family, how have you done it, and how have you kept you don't have to go through all the details, but how have you worked it out to keep your head above water on one income in today's world?
Well, we kind of had the advantage of, we started off on a one income family. Even when our oldest was in public school, I worked part-time or did stuff that kept me home, like babysitting or different things like that. So we kind of have always lived off of one income. We bought our home on one income. So we bought a home that we could afford with one income. And we paid off our home actually December 31st of 2015.
Woohoo!
16, sorry. So the house was paid off we paid off it in 15 years, right? So I think the one thing that I think that has worked for us is you have to live within your means. Number one, you have to be resourceful. I've been very
Right.
resourceful with our curriculum. If I can find a PDF for it for free and print it out and have Office Depot bind it, that's the way I've done. I've bought used
Yeah.
curriculum.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
I've bartered. I like to do crafts, so I'll make you a shirt if I can have that, curriculum. So you barter, or you find resources. You can find resources if you really want to look for them. And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
putting something in your web browser and putting PDF, you would be surprised at what kind of curriculum would come up, and then you adjust it to your family, to your household.
Right.
Honestly,
Right.
I've been just absolutely blessed. I'll be honest with you. I've been just blessed. Behind me is a bookcase that a friend gave me, and I would say half of the books up here,
Uh-huh.
somebody just blessed my husband with at work. She used to homeschool. Her son went to Clemson on after homeschooling, and she had all these boxes, and she just blessed it with us. So I found I've
Wow.
been blessed, that way.
Right. Right. Right.
I've split,
Right.
for people. Like if it's $50, I'll pay 25, you pay 25, and we split the curriculum. So that's been a blessing to me. But I would say the most thing, I shop at Aldi's.
Uh-huh.
Budget. I don't buy anything unless we have cash for it. We have no
Yeah.
credit cards whatsoever, except for our
Okay.
debit card. And I make money for the stuff that is important to my kids, but other stuff, I just find an alternative way. If I can't afford piano lessons, you can do them online free through YouTube. Or again, you can barter with somebody. So for us, we've never had two incomes to live off of. We've always lived off of just his. So I have lived my life just on that income. You know,
Gotcha.
I don't know if that makes sense. I just, we make a budget for everything. I'm married to an accountant too, so I think that helps.
Okay, true. Okay.
Yeah, so he's very
good.
You
got an upper leg on it. Yes. Somebody who can handle the finances.
Yes, he's very good with the finances.
So it's feasible. It can be done on one income, homeschooling, getting the things you need, sharing, bartering, borrowing, that type of thing. Very good. So let me ask you this. Here we go. Going a little deeper. Now, you've been homeschooling for 8 years, Angel. Tell us what is your worst day of homeschooling that it almost made you quit? Like, I'm done.
Okay.
But you did not quit. Okay. And that's why you're the successful homeschooling, and that's why you're the successful homeschooler you are today. You didn't quit. Tell us what that looked like.
Okay. That would have been the first day of school this year. And one of the ladies who are watching right now, Marcia Pender, can attest to it. Matter of fact, she ended up calling my kids and having a FaceTime video with them. It was so bad. It was literally the first day, and I'm thinking they're like pumped up. We're gonna do this. We're so excited. I had prepared so much, and I was so excited. They came down cranky. They now my daughter will always do her work, but she mumbled the entire time.
Wow.
And Aaron just whined, and I mean, like, everything I did was too hard, or he didn't want to do it, or I mean, literally meltdowns. Literally all day long, it was a complete meltdown.
Wow.
So I literally looked at them both and did the grinding teeth kind of talk. Just go to your rooms, and literally both of them went to their rooms, fell asleep. They fell asleep. I think they were just tired. They just fell asleep.
Wow.
And I just was like, we're done. I was done. I called Dameron, my husband, and I was like, I'm not homeschooling anymore. I called the elementary and the middle school to see what I needed to do to get them enrolled in school. And I did this after they got up on the speakerphone so they could hear me and see who I was talking to. So, okay.
That's your worst day. And 8 years.
They were cranky. They were just ungrateful the whole day.
Wow.
And so Marcia, my friend Marcia, called them and talked to them. And I don't know what she said, but I haven't had a day like that since. They don't want to go to public school. It's not that they are against public school or I'm against public school. My son went through public school, graduated college. He's successful. He's doing amazing. But these two at the home, they do not want to go to public school. They have
Gotcha. Wow, thank you for sharing that. Huh?
That was my worst day.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
That was this year.
This year, year number 8. Good gracious. Okay, so Angel, listen to this. So, I mean, of course, in homeschooling, I've been homeschooling for 18 years this year, and you have these ups and downs where you want to do it and where you don't want to do it. What is your self-talk that you give yourself to say, I'm going to keep this going. I want to do this. Let me ask you this first. How do you homeschool? Do you homeschool year to year to year and just see how it goes? Or are you committed to homeschooling for the whole year? Where are you at on that spectrum?
I don't think that I ever planned to homeschool forever. I think it was just that I was a little frustrated with the school system that year that my daughter was due to start, because my son has only been home for 3 years. He went to a private school while I was homeschooling my daughter, who's now 13. So I don't think it was ever like a plan. I don't think I ever felt like this great conviction. I don't think it was ever, that was not my journey. My journey was just my frustration with the school that particular year. So the next year she was going back to school.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed the journey of, like, it was so cool. I just really enjoyed it that I kind of feel like I blinked and we're now here. So I guess I take it year by year. But I think
Okay.
the more that I homeschool, the more I feel like going to, to a brick and mortar is just not going to be for us. Now, I'm knocking
Okay.
anyone who chooses that after homeschooling, but I think the more I get into it, the more I don't think that that will be our journey. My oldest
Gotcha.
daughter has no desire whatsoever to go.
Okay.
And I think the
Okay.
more my son stays home, this is his third year home, the more he stays home, I can see him feeling the same.
Okay.
However, having said that, if at any time
Yeah.
they came to us and really desired to go to school, I don't think I'll be the parent to be like, no, 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 you're not going. I think I will go the process with them and, make
Hmm.
sure that their reasons are valid. Not like I just didn't want to do math today, so I want to go to public school.
Right.
But
Right.
if
Right.
that's the option that they really truly desire, I would
Yeah.
be open. I'd be open.
Okay. Okay. So with that said, like we have our ups and downs, we're back and forth and this type of thing. What is it that you say to yourself, Angel, that keeps you going, from day to day when you have the kids who mumbling and grumbling and we don't want to do school today? What is your self-talk?
I think after I whine and complain to my husband, who is a great sounding board, for me, I have learned to not compare my homeschool journey with anyone else's. It in
Okay.
prior years has been a stiller of my joy. Well, look what they doing, or
Mm-hmm.
oh, they're. So I think for me, what I tell myself each day is not to compare my journey of homeschooling my kids with anyone else's journey, and to not be so
Yeah.
hard on myself, to realize that even teachers in public schools have bad days, to realize that, I can wipe this day out and we can start fresh the next day. The fact
Yeah.
that my kids desire to homeschool, they want to be home,
Yeah.
they're not here by
Right.
force, they desire it. And so that helps it, that I have a great support system, not only in my husband and in my mother and in my
Yeah.
in-laws, just
Yeah.
in my friends, who homeschool with me. And then I
Right.
have friends who do not homeschool, who would love to be able to homeschool and wish I could homeschool their kids. So I think
Right. Right.
that is what helps me. But also, I think what helps
Okay.
me too is, like what I was saying earlier, all the aha moments, that I've gotten to witness. The fact that my kids get along well and they don't hate each other. The fact that
Yeah.
my husband's off on
Yeah.
Fridays and he can field trips with us. Those things I
Yeah.
think keep me going. I think the fact of seeing my kids be successful, whether it's, in their multiplication or writing it, just I'm here and I'm getting to see it all. I think that's what encourages me the
Yeah.
most on days when
Yeah.
I feel like, it was fine for my oldest, these kids can go to school. I think that's what encourages me. Stuff like this, even this
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
conversation is encouraging.
Right, because you need to hear your reason why. And that's one of the things I try and encourage people, my homeschool families. What's your reason why? Why you want to do it? And it may change from year to year, it may change from week to week, month to month, but that will keep you going, keep it
Yeah,
going, the why, and your self-talk of the why.
right.
So very good, guys. If this is encouraging to you, give us some hearts, give us some thumbs, show Angel some love. Go ahead and share it with on your page with your friends so that they can be encouraged likewise. So thank you, Angel. Very good. Let me ask you this. What has been the best piece of advice you have had or received during this homeschooling journey that has totally kept you steadfast?
I think if I could think of the most piece of advice, would be like, this is not a race, that this is just a journey, which is why our school is named Journey Preparatory Academy. Actually, my
Okay,
daughter told me that
beautiful.
when she was like 6 or 7. She's like, this is not a race. This is a journey. To know that I'm not behind,
Love it.
that I'm not trying to play catch up with anyone, that I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses, that it's just me and my kids and my husband's journey on homeschooling. And that if my kids are behind in a certain area, I have time to still lay the foundation and let them get caught up. That
Yeah, yeah.
that if we're ahead in something, that it's fine to be ahead. I think really knowing more than anything that this is just a journey and I don't have to race. I'm not trying to,
Right.
race anyone to the finish line with it, and to
That's
enjoy
good.
the process, to enjoy the
That's
good,
good.
to enjoy the bad days. The bad days taught me a lot. It taught me that my kids really want to be home. Um,
That's good.
so for me, I think journey, just chill in the moment. You know, we have a 24-year-old, and so I blinked and he was 24. So to just enjoy the journey, you know, because
Yeah,
soon they will be gone, and I can have
that's
my
right.
life back.
That's right.
To just enjoy, to enjoy the
That's right.
laundry, to enjoy the school, to just really for real, just to chill and enjoy the journey.
That's right. That's right. And you know, I agree with you. You know, having 8 children, we have our older 4. The youngest one is 13. And so gently in my mind, I could think, wow, I could be almost done homeschooling. And we started again. And now, you know, we have our younger 4. And so there are some days, even after being a homeschool mom for 18 years, I still go like, oh, I got a long way to go. Oh, I'm already throwing the tower, and I have thoughts of put them in public school too, and I even talked to them about that because I'm like, I'm ready to retire. I want a break. Where's my retirement? Ah! And I got to dig in there and get some self-talk in there myself, so I fully understand. So as we transition to the end of our interview, Angel, here's some quick questions. You can just give short little answers just to pick
Okay.
your brain. So before we do, you all give some heart, some love. Let Angel know her words are encouraging you. You can get some insights and some vision for what this can look like for you. So, all right. So, Angel, here we go. What is your favorite resource, tool, application, or online resource that you use that's helped you through your homeschooling that you are, just love it? You are sold by it and would love to make sure anyone knows about that. Share some resources, some tools, applications online, anything.
Okay. Well, the first that comes to mind is Flocabulary. I did a group buy-in for it, and it encompassed every subject, and it teaches them kind of it in a kind of like a rap, sing kind of tone, and you can it's spelling, it's social issues like being safe on the internet. It's geography, it's Black history. It has everything on it, and it teaches them in this like cool music way. My kids love music, and so that
Okay.
would be one of the first resources. Another one that I recently came up to this year would be My Cultural Classroom through through Mora. I do biblical studies through her, and Black and
Okay.
Latin America through her. And so I love, that's a great source. She's been a great source to me. And then I
Yeah.
would say my African American homeschool group. I can go there and ask any question, and I'll get 30 links in like 5 minutes. Um,
Mm.
I love IXL is a great one. IXL is a great one. We use that for math. So
What is
that's
it?
IXL. IXL.com is a great,
Okay.
great source for
Okay.
math. We use it for math, but they have spelling the other ones. So I would say those are my best
Okay. All
online.
right.
When you say online, I would say those are my best online ones I love. But like
Okay. All right.
curriculum,
So
I love IEW a lot. I love Easy Grammar and Apologia are 3 that I would say are great resources to me.
as far as curriculum, yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is your favorite quote or whatever it is that you have to say, your mantra that you say to yourself, you find yourself saying over and over and over. And if you all have any questions while Angel thinking, you have any questions you want to ask Angel specifically,
That's a
go ahead
really
and put it
interesting
in there.
question. Let
And
me think.
I will, if we have time, I'll make sure I get to her on that.
I would say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me would be my quote that I say to myself. I can do this. But biblically, I would say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me would be my major quote.
Okay. All right. All right, Angel, here we go. Here's the $1,000,000
Oh, God.
question. Are you ready?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes,
I'm ready.
you're
I'm ready.
ready. $1,000,000 question, okay?
Okay.
If you had to start all over again, but you have your current knowledge, wisdom, resources, what would you do differently? Or what would you wish you have implemented this time around?
That is an interesting question. I would say that I probably would have homeschooled all 3 of my children, my oldest as well. That would be the first thing with the knowledge I have now. And I think I honestly would have unschooled or done child led. I don't think we would have used actual textbooks and books until they were in